All right, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. You're watching Morning Live. We're about to get into the conversation this morning. It is Wednesday, so we are going social. It is Social Wednesdays. You can watch us live across all our streaming platforms. Our feedback lines are open as well. The SMS line is 23059. Now, I'm joined in set by two interesting guests who are at the center of event planning, not just in Nairobi, but also countrywide. So we'll be getting to know more about their stories and just the effort that goes behind an event. Well, once you've received that invite, but there are so many people behind that particular event who are at the center of the day-to-day operations and planning, for instance, of the upcoming Mr. and Miss Kasarani event. So I'd love us to get to know more about our guest, as well as just, what this effort looks like and some of the doors and people that they have to talk to just to ensure that this particular sort of events go successful. Well, in studio, I'm joined by Jonathan Driq on my immediate right. Thank you very much for coming in, Jonathan.
Thank you so much for hosting us.
Good to have you again.
And thank you.
All right, and next to him is Lavinia Oceans. Asante sana, Lavinia, as well, for coming in.
Thank you for having me also.
Right. So, Jonathan, we'll just start by you just telling the audience a little bit about you and the kind of work you do, as well as the industry that you're largely engaging in.
I'm Jonathan Wanyama, an event organizer, the CEO and founder of Driq Events company that deals with event organizing, event planning, and execution, and also I'm a DJ. Yeah, but soon to retire.
What do you mean soon to retire?
I want to leave the space to others, at least those who are carving, at least they also get their space. Yeah, because hatuwezi shinda hapo kila miaka yote, miaka nenda miaka rudi. You have to engage with other things. You have to be broad. You have to think forward. Yeah.
All right, Lavinia, to you. First of all, the name Lavinia Oceans. Short to think somebody might think you're not Kenyan, but just tell us a bit more about you and what you do.
Well, to start with, I'm Kenyan. Yeah. Okay. Well, I am a flight dispatcher, an event organizer also, and a student, a CNA student. So, yeah.
Right.
That's basically Lavinia.
Yeah. Earlier on you said you're a partner to Driq. So yeah, what does that partnership look like? What is it?
Well, we help each other with brainstorming and all, maybe financial stuff. Yeah.
Right. Now let's speak about this particular industry that both of you are actively in, and that is the on the modeling industry. Jonathan, we've had the opportunity to interact with you before, of course, with models that you've managed to coordinate in different events. This upcoming event is not the first event that you're at the center of planning and organizing.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can give us a bit of history about where this particular passion started up to this point where you are now.
This particular passion started when I was a DJ back then, in 2018, 2019. Yeah. That's when I saw while I was working, nilikuwa najaza your place and all that. So someone came to me and told me, Driq, you're filling up this place. Imagine your time kujaza club ilikuwa tricky sana, but unapata mimi nilikuwa najaza club. So sasa kuja na idea kaniambia, mbona usianze kufanya vitu unalipisha watu, because at the end of the day ukifanyia mtu unamjazia yeye na make the sales and everything, but he'll still pay you peanuts. Back then DJing wasn't well paying. So at least he upgrade kidogo. So that's when I got the idea. I synced it in na nikaanza kufanya events. Then for the modeling, I saw in Kasarani, basically where I reside, niliona many talents are going into West. Nikaona what can I do to at least bring all these talents together. Na hapo ndo nikaona at least event ya modeling ina bring out all. It's an all-inclusive talent show. So nikakuwa kufanya modeling, msanii anaweza kuja afanye performance yake hapo. Dance crew anaweza kuja ifanye dance moves zao hapo. Poet, nani anaweza kama infused in. Yeah, so that's when I saw, let me do something and to bring out the youth in Kasarani together, at least to achieve something. And it started, we did our first edition in 2019. It wasn't that well, ilikuwa embraced vile, because we had an audience of 50 people. Yeah, but sikuvunja moyo, nilijikaza, lazima. So nikasema, let me push on until today, at least kuna hizo matunda zimeanza kuzaliwa.
Right. So if the math is correct, that's about 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years back.
So what are some of those events that you've been at the center of planning, if you're able to mention them by name?
Okay, we've done pool parties.
Yeah.
We've done modeling events, Mr. and Miss Kasarani. We've done charity events. We've also engaged in community works, tree planting, community cleanups. Then recently we gave birth to our new Mr. and Miss Ruiru. Yeah, which was born in April. More like, let's now engage other constituency. Let's grow people from all over. Because there's so many talents out here, but wale watu wako bring out ndo hakuna. Yeah, that's why I decided to at least start going elsewhere, other constituency, and doing things.
Right.
Yeah.
Lavinia, to you, where did you start this particular passion, putting in mind that you also have a different job that you do, but where did it all start, and so far how has the progress been like for you?
Well, personally, when I started, I was more into like decors and all, doing the birthday parties. I was not really majoring into like modeling and the big grand events. I used to do like personalized clients, so that's until when I started working with Driq, and I was like, oh, this is also interesting. And from that, I grew a passion in also these events, these other events on the other side,
Right.
Yeah.
If you're able to pinpoint a timeline, are you able to tell us what year it is, and just
what year I started?
Yes.
The events, like me as Lavinia, or now
as Lavinia.
When we start, maybe back in 2020, around 2020, yeah.
Right. And what did you think about that now transition from just doing decors for birthday parties to now doing these big events that are involving, pigeons for constituencies? How was that shift like for you?
It was, okay, at first it was kind of challenging because, meeting with these prominent people and all, it was a bit challenging because you have to have the right words to know what to tell them, for them to even, invest, just give you the investment in that event, give you support and all. You have to have the right words, and it was a bit challenging because I was not used to such kind of, meetings and all. So,
all right. So Jonathan, over to you now. You've got an upcoming event. Obviously, you've done Mr. and Miss Kasarani before. You've also said you've done the Mr. and Miss Ruiru. And at the center of it, you're also, for lack of a better word, I'd say a talent manager, because you are at the center of organizing and helping these particular young talents to rise. How of a challenge is that? Because you're dealing with people who are from various backgrounds. They want to come in, they want to be part of this organization. It is one thing to just deal with an event, but also dealing with people themselves. How is that?
It's challenging a bit. Kwanza ikifika kwa kuhandle kids, the parent at times they give you some hard time. Oh, sijui mbona mtoto wangu kwa hivi nini, cause normally we do training for the models before they go for the contest. So you find like maybe you're going somewhere for training, you get late, and the parents like, oh, what's this, sijui nini, nitatoa withdraw mtoto wangu, hisi masaa nini. Like recently I had an encounter with a young parent, and she was like, what time is this? It's already past 7. Like, they don't understand, some parents. And also the community within, not everyone has really embraced the modeling thing, because at times you get people see you doing the trainings, because at times you even go to the road, we do it on the road, so people are like, nile watu wanavanga uchi, like some people have this mentality modeling sijui ni kuvaa vibaya and all that, you see, depending on their wares. They don't understand that this fashion you showcase anything, you see. Yeah, so it's been challenging, but at least nowadays, what I can say, nowadays it's not challenging like before. Then the support has started coming in, not like before also. Yeah, because while starting, before you convince someone that this good, this and this, you have to sell them the idea. Yeah, so nowadays at least the challenges aren't that much. It's only with nini wazazi wachache tu kidogo tu. Yeah. Right.
So Lavinia, what does planning for a pageantry event look like, or at least a modeling event look like? What are some of the things to consider?
Some of the things to consider when planning,
yes,
really.
For a modeling event.
Well, you have to have a venue, and you have to have, as for me, that's what, and since we started working with Driq, that's what he's shown me, you know. Like, you have to have a nice venue. You have to have at least a few sponsors, because, you know, like, you cannot really have, it takes a lot of, it consumes a lot of money. So you have to look for sponsors. You have to, like, look for people who are going to, like, at least give you, you know, there has to be a prize that you give the winner and all. You have to have, like, sachets and all that. You have to have the stage. So it's kind of a lot for a person to, like, handle it on your own. Again, you also have to have models. That's something else you need to know. Like,
you might plan the event and you don't have models.
True. You have to have a trainer. Like, if you want, you know, your models to be at least, because some of these models don't have an experience in modeling. So you have to start with them from scratch. So you have to get them a trainer. You have to have a nice venue. You have to have at least guest speakers and all. So yeah.
Right, and I'm assuming the biggest, you know, out of the things that you've mentioned that are needed, perhaps the biggest challenging one is on the sponsors.
Yeah, true.
Because you might have models, you might have venue, but you do not have the money for any of this. Actually, every of that thing needs or requires money.
Yeah.
And so, how do you go about the sponsors? How do you approach them? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how easy is it to get them?
It's not as easy as people might think, honestly. And okay, first you start by, like, you go through the, like, assistants, and then they schedule a meeting, probably some of them. Then you go, you handle them, your projects, what it entails, what you need, and how you would like them to, like, chip in for the events. So yeah. If you have a nice proposal and if you manage to, like, convince them, they're going to sponsor you. So yeah.
All right. So Driq, let's talk about this upcoming event of Mr. and Miss Kasarani. Apologies about that. Let's talk about the upcoming event of Mr. and Miss Kasarani. And what edition is this, by the way, just to start?
This is the 5th edition.
5th edition.
Yeah, we call it half a decade celebration.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. We've come from far, starting with 50 people in the first edition. Going to now 300 plus, and right now we're targeting more than 600 people. Yeah, so it's basically the 5th edition. We want it to be big and way better. We've planned ourselves really well with it, from getting good sponsors, the marketing, and also taking people, changing the environment of people, because people are used to, oh, Driq wanatupelekanga tu kwa hema, tunachoma najua the whole day, event in a take time. So this time, but they shout out to Sportsview Hotel. We approached them, we spoke to them, and they agreed to give us a venue. And so this year's edition will be big. It will be at Sportsview Hotel, Kasarani. Yeah, and also we've tried to get some sponsors, though it wasn't that easy. You said we reached it at a scale of 10. I can say it's 5.5. Yeah, because, like, you have to have a good proposal. You have to have a good tongue to talk to people. That's why I have a colleague like her who's helping sometimes with that. Yeah, so at least we thank out, we reach out to people to come support. We managed to get a few sponsors on board. Like, we have Shofco, we have Alua Gift and Flower Shop, we have Little Cabo helping with the logistics. We have Omofia College, who will be helping up with the makeup for the models, of which it wasn't that easy. So we also have, which other brand?
The lipstick guy.
Oh yeah, we have the Yona. She's a photographer, and also they have a brand with dealing with lipsticks and lip gloss, all that for kids. We have Look Empire. We have other stylists who will be there, who will be dressing, who will be taking care. Look the stylist. You have Omedi Classic. Yeah, so
just listening to the people that you're mentioning, it seems you've really gone all out of your way just to ensure that you're getting or maximizing the sponsorship as much as possible. Yeah,
true. We really had to go out for our way, because considering we wanted it to be something at least outstanding, staki watu wakuja kwa like, event nakaje. So we had to go out all of our way. We had to tulijituma, yani kwa hiki tulijitolea, like, yani siku hizi nakwanga nikiamka asubuhi ni Mr. and Miss Kasarani. Nikilala, have I done this? Have I done this? What am I supposed to do today? Like, I always have like a schedule. Like today, unajua leo nilikuwa fun kwenda hii, nikitoka hapa na fun fanye nikimaliza. Like it isn't that easy though. Yeah. But at least we've managed. I've also forgot to say shout out to Nairobi County, the youth and sports officer. At least they're also coming on board to support where they can.
Is that Brian Mulama?
Nairobi City County, no, under the youth and sports docket. Yeah, we have Willis there, we have Damaris who are coming in through at least kusaidia hizi talents zetu. Yeah.
Let's speak about the theme. What is the theme this year, and why is it important that an event has got to have a theme? There's some people who perhaps really don't understand, but what is the theme for this year, and why is it important to have a theme?
Okay, for this year's event, we are fostering youth talent and mental resilience. Having a theme at your event at least helps with guiding also the models, like, why am I here? What am I? What's the impact I'll get after this? So basically on our theme, fostering youth talent and mental resilience, we came about it through We Nurture Talent, right? We've been supporting talents ever since we started. We've been growing people. A number of them, we've been here with them. We've seen others have been there before. They've achieved some 1, 2, 3. So we decided, let's nurture this upcoming. So even when you look at, when you attend the event, you'll see we have many young models, many upcoming models who have never been on stage. Then about the mental resilience, every year around June, July, it's all about mental health. So we had to include it because many youths are battling mental health. If you look at what's going on in the country right now, the protests and all that, many people are down. Kuna ule mtu anashindwa speak it out, but at least we had to include it because in fashion showcases something. So when those models are there, when they're doing the creative wear, they showcase the theme of the event also. They showcase what's happening. Yeah.
Lavinia, how soon do you start planning on such kind of events? Because clearly it's like a job on its own, literally, because you're looking for various things, various services, various, personnel, various talents. How soon do you start for planning for this kind of events?
Well, I will say it depends with how big the event is, because there are some events that you take you start maybe 2 months prior. Some you start 3 months prior, 4 months prior. So for Mr. and Mrs. Kasarani, it was like how many months prior? I think 4. It's 4 months of planning. And hard work. So
do you ever get people who just look at the effort you've done and say, you know what, we're going to give you this particular service for free. We just love to come in and just offer, this is what we've got. That's why we have sponsors like Omofria College. They offered to do the makeup to all models on that day. So which is kind of a cut on our side. All right, so what should people be expecting come, I believe you said August 17th. What should people be expecting? When does it start? What should they be expecting?
Okay, the event will start at 5 p.m. and you should expect like a good time, an amazing time. That is guaranteed, because we've worked on, we're trying to get musicians who are going to work on the entertainment side. We have dancers who are going to come through with entertainment. And basically the models are putting in a lot of effort to make sure everyone enjoys their time and, just to have a good time on that day. So what to expect is a very amazing time on that day. So, we invite everyone, you included.
Good one. So, Jonathan, if I'm not wrong, previously you've had this sort of events during the day. And right now you've shifted to evening or night. Why that shift?
Okay, basically we saw from, after every event we do a post-mortem of the event. And we get reviews, we get feedbacks from the audience, from the group that we have, the WhatsApp group. And we saw many people on weekends, some are at work and all that. So we had to try to fix out something that's best. And we saw, during the other editions, we've been using primary schools. So we had to look for another alternative. And that's why we say acha sasa tujaribu kuwekea watu usiku, tuone how it will be, because ya mchana, yes, watu wanakuja inajaa. because the last edition had 323 people. So we were like, wengine yenye wali-miss juu ya nini, ni juu ya timing. So we decided let's try it out at night, because another thing about night out events, modeling events that are done at night are always colorful, always. Ndo ule mtu atatoka job, maybe anatoka job 5, akifika kwa nyumba by 6, by 7 anaweza kuja na attend event apate ndo inaanza. Yeah, so that's the change. We did our postmortem, we do our postmortem, we get reviews and we get advice from people, and that's why I decided let's now start doing it at night. Yeah.
So that means the reviews that come after really shape the next event on just some of the considerations you need to take in.
Yeah, we always like take in all consideration, even the negative ones. So scared, ule judge fulani alikuwa hivi, even the negative comments we take when we work on them. At least when you're doing the next one, it really guides you. If you don't do a postmortem for your event, then you're doing nothing.
Right.
Because you have to listen to those people. Those people are your clients. Those people are the people who make you do that event. Because without even the audience, with or without the models, even without the audience, watu watakuja model wakatoa kuna viti zinawaangalia waizi. So we really do take keen on the reviews we get from people.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about what vision you have. This year, this will be the second event you're planning after the Mr. and Miss Ruiru, and now Mr. and Miss Kasarani that is coming up on August 17th. What vision do you have in the future events that you'll plan? This is the second constituency that you've now been able to organize for. Is this also part of the plan, perhaps to progress to more constituencies within Nairobi County?
Yeah, I'm planning to explore more constituency and also maybe do a one county thing. Also my target is to do like a world-class event. I've been watching recently how other events are being done, like South Africa. They are way too ahead of Kenya. I want to bring out something outstanding in the near future. Enye kila mtu akiona. I also want to do an event enye hadi president anaweza kuja na attend na akae the whole night, like how Harmonize did his album launch. He managed to get the president of Tanzania to attend the event, something that has never been seen before, you see. Also Miss South Africa, they managed to get Cyril Ramaphosa to attend the event. So my vision is to do a world-class event that I'll get these high-profile people on it. Yeah.
All right, what about you, Lavinia, from where you sit, what does the future look like for you ahead?
Well, with Driq on board, trust me, the future is bright. And like he works so hard to make sure that he gets to where he is. Because when you look at some of the events he's done before, and this Mr. and Miss Kasarani, like for now, he's managed to get at least 5 constituency MCs, you see, which is kind of a plus for him. And so if he's done that within a short span of like 5 years, you can imagine what he's going to do in like 5 or 3 more years to come, you see. So what I can guarantee is that the future is bright. With him on board, it is.
All right, so I'd love you both to have the final word. And as we wrap it up, speak also about why it is important to nurture talents and to give these sort of platforms for young people who are talented. They may not have the money, they may not have the connections, but at least when they've got these events at the grassroots level, they know they can go to them and be seen, and you know, you never know, it could be the next big thing. So as you wrap it up, final word, Driq,
okay.
we begin with you.
One thing I would really love to urge people, young people out there, whatever you believe in, go for it. Whatever you don't believe in, don't do it. So when you have something you believe, like this me, this mine, own it, go for it, exploit more, nurture it, grow it. And also to our young parents out there, the millennials, nurture your daughter, your son, at least to get something. Not just see it, remember one thing, si kila mtu masomo ni yake, but this talent can get you somewhere. Your kid, your daughter may be the next Miss World, maybe the next Mr. World Kenya, maybe seen all over, kupatele shine bright, maybe the next, maybe Faith Kipyegon, breaking all records. So, all really, Kenya mnaza sema, don't give up, fight for what you really believe in and go for it, own it, it's yours.
Right, Lavinia, to you.
For me, I would just like to say, mine is to the parents out there, just please be supportive. Because when you look at some of these models, they face a challenge of non-supportive parents, you know. So for the parents out there, just be supportive, you know. because you never know. Maybe it's your child's dream to do modeling. Do not like force them or push them into something they don't like. When your child tells you something, I want to major in this, modeling and all sports or whatever it is, based on your child's liking, please support your child. All yeah. Right. So, and lastly, we also have a press conference this coming Saturday. Yeah, at Sportsview. So yeah.
All right. So Driq, the dates, the location for Mr. and Miss Kasarani as we close it.
It will be at Sportsview Hotel Kasarani off Isipe Road. The time will be from 7 p.m. You can get your tickets from Little Cab or dial *826*38#. The tickets are so cheap. The kids, it's 100 bob. For adults, it's 300 shillings. Group of 5, it's 1,200. For the VIPs and VVIPs, it's 1,000 and 2,000. Yeah, also a big shout out to our sponsors again. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you for supporting us. Shovco, Alua, Omofia, Little Cab, Look Empire, Look the Stylist, Omedi, and Nairobi City County. Yeah, and also our media partners. Thank you so much.
All right, asante sana, Jonathan, Driq, as well as Lavinia Oceans. Thank you for coming in this morning. I wish you the very best for this upcoming event. I know that it will be a success, and be sure that you'll see my face somewhere there.
Of course, yeah.
All right, so asante sana for coming in this morning. So be sure to support them, support KE, support Kenya brand, support Kenyan events, and that is the way we can now grow as a country to the next level. We've got targets, so that is one way to reach those particular targets. So asante sana for watching this morning. Have yourselves a wonderful morning ahead. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. Good morning.